In this lesson, we'll begin sculpting the character's neck. So for the neck and the area underneath this sort of chin or mouth, we want to have a really soft looking, wrinkled looking neck here. So something that really looks flexible, like it's moved a lot. And so let's use the knife to do this, and we've still got symmetry on. Let's turn up our size a little bit. We'll just test it out a little bit. So we can start to sort of define where this is going to come in. So I'm going to kind of draw some lines coming down here, and then we can start to draw some wrinkles coming across in this direction. Now I want to also create some lines coming out, some details coming out here, kind of stretched along. So I'm going to use wax to come in and start to draw this in. So maybe right along the side here, kind of coming down into the front. We can also use pull to pull this out. Okay, I don't necessarily want it to be completely even, so I can come in and kind of break it up a little bit, move it around a little bit, maybe push in some areas, pull out some more areas underneath here so it's not just those areas. Okay, let's go ahead and pull out kind of an area right in the middle here, kind of smooth it out a little bit, and then let's push in these areas right up at the top to kind of just emphasize that a little bit more. If you need to smooth some of those areas out, you can do that. Okay, so I want something like that. And then we can use our knife and sort of just come in here, and coming down this direction, we can sort of define different areas. So maybe around this area, we've got some lines coming down in here, some wrinkles that come down real lightly. So we're going to be going in different directions here. Having some wrinkles come along in this direction. Okay, then we can come in here and start to define these wrinkles coming across a little bit better. So assuming this deforms and bends a lot, you can have a lot of sort of crossing wrinkles in here. So we'll come in and start to add those in the process. You can get a smaller size and a lighter stroke and come in and actually do just real light wrinkles if you want to. Again, you can play with the pinch and the push settings for this, depending on, you know, the kind of look that you're going for. If you don't want it to be sort of pinched in that much, you can turn that setting down. If you want to get kind of a larger knife, you can kind of create some deeper cuts there and wrinkles. You can go back over some of those and smooth them out to kind of just add a little bit more variation to it. Okay, now under here, I'm going to go ahead and sort of define those wrinkles a little bit more. I'll increase the pinch just a little. Okay, and you can start to work that back out of the neck. So coming across here. So there is a delineation between this part and then the jaw and the side of the neck, but over here it's not so much. It's not so drastic. Okay, so then if you wanted to come in here and start to work some wrinkles down along the side of the body, coming in from the eye, just working everything sort of together, sort of crisscrossing a little bit. Now eventually you're going to have the hard surface of the chest piece, but you can sort of decide where you want that soft tissue to be and just work those wrinkles together, coming in from the back and over the top, just thinking about how the mesh will bend, or how the creature would bend. Okay, any of those faceted areas you can come in and sort of clean up with smooth. Okay, and just work that back in, and you can spend a little bit more time on the neck if you want to, kind of smoothing some areas out and then going back over them. So maybe some areas you want to have deeper, and then some you want to have smoother, And really that variation is going to be what you want. You don't want it to look the same all over necessarily. So having that variation of smooth and sharp lines is going to help. Okay, so just kind of work that neck in with the rest of the body, and you could use the knife to create those sort of wrinkles pretty quickly, and then just bring in some of that detail using pull or wax coming down from the jaw and into the neck, and just work it down into this area down in here. Okay, so once we get that done, the next thing that I want to do is actually create some small little scales we will have in different areas, and we'll do this on a new layer, and it's going to take a little while because I want to have a lot of control over where those scales are placed and what they actually look like. So we'll look at how we can start that. We won't be able to actually do all of the scales within a lesson, but we'll do a section, and then you can go ahead and finish those up on your own. So let's go ahead and take a look at that process in the next lesson.